Welcome back to Healthy Homes Australia. Now, we'd love to see you on our social media tribe. Danny and I and the show are on Facebook and Insta.
Well, one of the things I get asked about most by homeowners and renters alike is how to get rid of mould in the home. And I'm not talking about things like rising damp or heavily saturated areas. I'm thinking more along the lines of the bits of kind of black dotty stuff in the bathroom, and then the mould that you get in the corner of the windowsill from that condensation. Exactly. And it's all those things that if it's not dealt with properly and promptly can cause problems down the line.
A lot of people don't realise that prolonged exposure to mould spores can have really bad consequences for your health.
Yeah.
Things like CIRS, there are respiratory conditions. Mould spores can trigger asthma. Mould is caused by, like you say, humidity, by damp, but also lack of airflow and things.
Yeah.
So you do have to look at getting rid of that mould properly. But in the meantime, there's things you can do to test for it and eliminate it.
I feel like we might be on a gold mine today.
Shall we go inside?
Yeah, let's do it.
How good is it when little gifts arrive on time?
I know, it's like Christmas. Now, mould in the home is basically a bacteria. It's a fungus, which means it's a living organism as well. That also means it's really easy to kill, but you do want to avoid using harsh chemicals. So no things like bleach or other harsh chemical sprays. Now, I have got something amazing to show you, Walt. I've been waiting for this one. This is basically your very own in-home mould testing kit. This is finally available in Australia now by San Air. So essentially, this lets you kind of test the areas in your home to see how concentrated the mould is.
Should we give it a go?
All right, so you ready? Give it a little tester. So basically, the gel is what's going to let us know if there's mould. We know that there's mould over in this corner of the window. So perhaps if we sample this side and then we'll sample the other side to see if there's spores there too.
Can't touch it because you'll interfere, you'll contaminate it.
Exactly,
Okay.
so we can't touch it. So you use this little tongue and basically you leverage that down so that the gel touches.
Yeah.
So that part's done.
Okay,
And then if we move over to this side, use the opposite side. And that's done too.
Back in your tube.
Back in the tube.
And then we'll know within about a week, it says.
Yeah, so you need to incubate that. So keep it kind of basically in its tube, not open to air or anything like that.
Wait for little mould spores
and
to
we
hatch.
wait. Yeah.
Well, here is the Healthy Homes Australia top tip to helping beat a mould and spore infestation. One of the big offenders in most houses are split system air conditioners and ducted heating and cooling systems too. So you can imagine that mould spores are sucked up from your windows and your floors. They're then pulled out across you and your family. And especially considering that split systems are getting more powerful too. You've got a couple of options here. You can put one of these inside the actual unit and that will help dramatically reduce those spores. Or you can also get a coil sanitizer as well, which you should only be doing if you know what you're doing, but you can perhaps get a handyman to help you do that as well. Both really good options helping reduce mould from your heating and cooling.
Now, lots of the time, mould doesn't actually live where you can physically see it. It loves areas that are dark, damp, moist, and are kind of going to have that humidity inside of them. So, I don't know, places like wardrobes, key example, cellar in your roof cavity. I would think inside vanity cupboards where the moisture is kind of getting stuck in that environment. So we have these little guys today. It's basically a gel tub and it prevents the growth of mould and mildew. So I'm going to pop one of these inside this cupboard. So we just open up the top of it and I can kind of smell it. It smells quite nice actually. We'll just pop it in the corner. It's coming.
Now, the final thing that you need to have in your arsenal against your war on mould is a surface mould remover spray. This is fantastic. This little bottle is so powerful, but it only uses 100% Australian natural essential oils. Essentially, you'll spray this onto your surfaces where the mould is, wait 10 to 15 minutes, and then give it a wipe with a dry cloth. And then once that's done, give another light spray that will act as a prevention layer. It's pretty revolutionary. Remember not to use the same cloth all over the house because all you're doing is just spreading those mould spores here, there and everywhere. This is 100% safe for you, your family and your pets. It's got no toxic chemicals in there. So this is going to save the day when it comes to that spread of mould.
This is all really revolutionary, I reckon, in terms of a new product that's non-toxic and sustainable and actually works in the treatment and prevention of mould and mildew in the home. I think it's pretty amazing.
I think what I like about it is being able to be in control of it yourself.
I know.
And not having to go to like professionals. Obviously, if it's infestated and completely all over, get yourself out of
It's
there.
a different story.
What are your thoughts as a homeowner?
Oh, it's amazing. It's just so simple, and it's just nice to have that peace of mind that you don't have any mould.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think your mould will be well and truly under control.
Yeah.
They've got a really good website. We just came across them online. So if you want to find out the dangers of mould and, of course, information on how to treat them, you can jump onto their website. I think you can order online as well there. Just jump onto sanair.com.au. After the break, it's time to step outside and see how your deck's looking.
It is.
It's exciting.
It is.
Back soon.